You are now listening to the Adult Conversation with Candy, Sunshine, Just Drew, and Unrestricted D. So put the kiddies to bed, grab your partners for some adult talk and play.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Adult Conversation. I'm Candy.
I'm Just Drew.
I'm Sunshine Aces.
And if you don't know, Adult Conversation is an online radio show where myself, Drew, Sunshine get together to discuss all type of things like love, finance, mental health. I don't know what else.
Fucking.
I don't think we talk about fucking.
Talk about fucking.
Cheating.
You always talking about pegging.
No, you talk about pegging. Actually, I got a picture of you with you laid back and your legs like this wide open, and then you try and get somebody to lick your ass. I do have that picture. I was going to share it, but I was like, I should have texted it to you.
I'll share it.
I was like, oh, here go that ass-looking picture that Drew posted.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
Oh, I can send it to Trump.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, and I don't know where it came from. Ass licking, huh?
Yeah, I'm already still dealing with my picture fallout. Maybe you should fall out, have a picture fallout.
What picture fallout you dealing with?
I mean...
Oh, the knuckle sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
This girl who I do not like at work sent it to me, emailed it to me.
What did she email it for?
I thought this was you. I was like,
What? I mean, it's not like it was something bad with the post. What the fuck's her problem?
She hates me. She tried to get me fired.
Well, welcome to the club. Sure.
So.
I got something for the haters.
Yeah. I know when she sent it to me, she probably CC'd like 100 people, but it is what it is. She's a evil, not.
You want me to come
person.
up there and take care of it for you?
No, because if something happened to her, I don't want them to tie back to me.
I ain't got nothing to do with you.
Karma is a bitch. That's all I can say.
True shit.
All right, so that is pretty much what Adult Conversation radio show is. Drew, how was your weekend?
My weekend was all right. Friday, I don't think I did. I ain't do shit Friday. I stayed in the house. And I
You sure you stayed in the house on Friday?
Oh, god damn.
Motherfucker.
See, I never remember what the fuck I do on a Friday. I be remembering other days. Friday, Sunshine was featured at Women in Business. Was that it?
Yeah, B2B mixer. Yeah.
Yeah, the B2B mixer. That shit was not. That shit was nice too. I had a good goddamn time. Met a lot of people. You know what I mean? Met a lot of people doing shit in the metropolitan area that I ain't even know motherfuckers was doing. You know, so I definitely had a ball. I had to go get my ID.
He pulling off while I'm pulling up.
My dumb ass.
Who goes somewhere with no ID? Where they do that at?
I left out the house and I didn't have my ID. Who the fuck knew? And so the motherfuckers. Oh shit! It was my turn.
Yeah.
And the motherfuckers wouldn't let me in, so I had to go back home and get my ID. And as I was pulling off,
motherfuckers, because he left his ID.
Yeah, motherfucker.
You say you had to have your ID.
Oh, so this the bouncer. This is exactly what he did. And nigga, you could have faked that shit with a credit card or something. You know what I mean? You could have just took the credit card, be like, go ahead, man. You know what I mean?
Right.
You should have an extra ID in your car, like I do.
Listen, I'm the worst. I don't be knowing where shit at. I be having to tear my house up looking for shit.
Why wouldn't you know where your
And
ID
I actually
is?
tore my house up.
Why your ID not in your wallet?
I don't even have a wallet.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So that was Friday. That shit was nice. I met a lot of nice people. You know what I mean? Enjoy Sunshine. Fuck with sis a lot. And you know what I mean? Got on her nerves a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday.
Everybody knew Trump in that joint too.
Yeah, everybody knew Trump. They said he the reason the whole motherfucking podcast game fucked up right now. You know what I mean? But and then so Saturday, shout out to Delicious Entertainment. You know what I mean? I shout out there to College Park. You know what I mean? Party with them for a little while. Had a good goddamn time. Seen a lot of people I ain't seen in a minute. Mm-hmm. And Sunday I went to the movies.
What you say?
Bad Boys. Bad Boys Forever. And so I had a friend of mine meet me out the movie theater. I was trying to get some ass, but I ain't get the fuck.
What theater you went to?
Out Clinton. Extreme. I went out there. I probably should have went to the hood or something because I ain't getting no ass after. So I'm like, man, shit. I wasted gas and bought that high ass ticket.
Gas and no ass.
Gas and no ass. Fuck me all up, petty motherfucker.
That's pretty funny.
That's all right. But that's pretty much what I did.
Okay. Sunshine, how was your weekend?
My weekend was good. I did the same thing on Friday. I was with DC Life Magazine for the Women in Business Mixer. That was at Studio 52. I'm going to talk more about that later. On Saturday, I went to L8 Lounge down in Northwest for a comedy show with Wasted Talent. That was a lot of fun. And Sunday, I slept so I could figure out who I was from Monday. Yeah, and cleaned. That was about it. What you do this weekend, Candy?
Friday, I had plans with some friends. We went bowling. Saturday, what did I do Saturday? Saturday, some people came over, played cards, and did a whole bunch of running around, taking care of stuff all day. And I think Sunday, I don't remember what I did Sunday. I have no clue what I did Sunday at all.
Y'all know I'm taking these pills that help you remember shit. They enhance your memory.
Goopa Loopa Lopa.
I didn't do nothing exciting. It was nothing worth remembering.
I can understand.
I think we went and looked at a few houses. You know what? That's all we did because we had the kids this weekend.
Oh, okay.
So we went and looked at a few houses. That's about it. That was my boring weekend. Now next weekend, it's gonna be something else.
What's it gonna be?
We're going skiing to the weekend
ski trip. Right.
I know a couple of people going on that.
I don't like the snow, so
it ain't gonna be no snow. Well, they make the snow. They can make.
Yeah, but a lot of people might not even go to the ski park. It's a whole bunch of other things that we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. So, Drew.
Yeah. All right. Tonight, y'all, we talking about race and gender bias. Y'all hear that? Race and gender bias. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so, boom. Here it is. My name's Just Drew, and I'm the resident hoodologist. So that means I got to read the definitions from the Urban Dictionary. But last week, I won. I had the best definitions last week. So this
week. I don't
week.
even remember what happened last week. Don't go there.
Don't even worry about it.
Right.
I know you don't. Go Kalim Palopa. The shit from the GNC. All right. Race and gender bias. Urban Dictionary. Racial bias. When you are biased against someone due to their race. For example, when a white person, who by the way doesn't have to necessarily be a sworn racist, has a racial bias against a black person when all other things are equal. You may hear things like, although you have completed your case plan, or although you have graduated from college, there are still concerns. Gender bias. Gender bias, also synonymous with gender specific, is used to describe what is really happening when someone states their sexual preference. If straight, a male is biased towards women, and a straight woman is biased towards men, gay men towards men, etc. Someone who is not gender biased might be bisexual, prefer both sexes, or might be, what the fuck is that word? EPICEN. Epicene. Nope. Epicene? I don't know.
They don't always spell shit right on it, though.
It don't even matter. Might be Epicene. Does not judge based on sex. Someone might have no gender bias in their sexual preference, but might instead decide to impose a gender restriction to their lifestyle for one reason or another.
Okay.
There you have it.
All right. The wiki, or as closest to the others that I'm guessing the person Sunshine was able to find, says racial bias, a form of implicit bias which refers to the attitude or stereotype that affects an individual understanding, actions, and decisions in an unconscious manner. Wikipedia also said gender bias values of the men who created the setting, which is often the workplace. Gender bias is one of the most regularly appearing biases shown in the workplace, as opposed to racist or racist bias or personal bias. That sounds about right.
Yeah, that sounds more.
Sunshine?
Yeah.
Who you gonna roll
I
with?
gotta go with the Wikipedia.
Boom. Right back at it. Started from the bottom. Now I'm here.
I don't even know what the fuck you were talking about.
Right.
It brought up something about.
It sounded like you was just talking for an hour, and then we didn't say anything
this
about
is something about gay man. That's not what we.
That shit was later on off the top. It said when you biased against someone due to their race.
And then you fucked it up more.
You don't get no more specific. So you know what I'm start doing? I'm gonna tell you what I'm start doing. I'm gonna start stopping.
You don't even know where to stop.
When I think it's enough.
When?
Or when I think I'm gonna win. I'm gonna start stopping. Because I shouldn't have raised
you should stop. You should stop when you get to a word you can't pronounce.
I should have stopped. Right there. First sentence. Boom.
No, in that word
right
it said
you
that.
should have stopped at when you are biased.
She's about to make me choke. It said that word, it's an adjective, and it means having characteristics of both sexes or no characteristics of either sex.
So what's the word?
I don't fucking know. An epicene person. You're ungendered? I don't know. I'm not, so I don't know. I got pussy. I know that.
And I got this dick!
Oh, my God.
Oh, Jesus.
Set myself up for that bullshit.
You damn
definitely
sure did. Walk right into it. Handed it to me on a silver motherfucking platter. You know what I mean? But with all this racial shit going on, and all this bias shit going on, and all this gender shit going on, I know who can reel this shit in and give you motherfuckers something to really think about. Drop that shit.
It's time for Just Drew's Useless Facts. They might be useless to you, but they are important to somebody. Remember, if you have a useless fact you want Drew to read, email it to justdrew@adultconversation.com.
Ha ha! Y'all know what the fuck time it is. It's time for Just Drew's Useless Motherfucking Facts. And in case you one of our new listeners is just tuning in, what it is, when I get the show topic, I normally utilize one of the search engines and search the topic and try to come up with some facts surrounding the topic. So tonight we're talking about gender and racial bias. That's right? That's what we talking about?
Sure.
That's what we talking about. Hold on, let me look at it again. Race and gender bias. Yeah.
Same thing.
No, it ain't the same thing. It ain't the same thing. It's backwards. Anyway.
Jesus.
So with that being said, when I looked up bias, race and gender bias, a whole heap of shit started popping up. And one of the things that was real motherfucking interesting that popped up was I didn't know that there was a such thing as bias in what is it? Artificial intelligence.
Mm-hmm. AI.
Them motherfuckers racist.
Yeah.
Them motherfuckers gender biased. It says, man, it has been increasingly acknowledged that the AI systems are often biased, particularly along race and gender lines. For example, the recent recruitment algorithm developed by Amazon to sort resumes for job applications displayed gender bias by downgrading resumes which contain the word women or which contain references to women's colleges. As the algorithm was trained on historical data and the preferential recruitment of males, it ultimately could not be fixed and had to be dropped. So they just had to get rid of that motherfucker
altogether.
Now what was amazing about that was I didn't even know that they use computers to sort through the applications and scan and look for keywords and stuff. And it says, but there's a rather less recognition of the ways in which AI products incorporate stereotype representations of gender within their very design. For AI Now, a leading research institution looking into the social impact of AI, there's a clear connection between male-dominated AI industry and the discriminatory systems and products it produces. Now, here it is. Samsung virtual personal assistant Bixby. If you ask Bixby, let's talk dirty, and a female voice will respond with a honeyed accent, I don't want to end up on Santa's naughty list, right? But they say if you ask that same question to the program's male voice, it replies, I've read that soil erosion is a real dirt problem. That's crazy.
So based on the voice, it's giving a different answer.
Yeah.
Wow.
So the woman is programmed to be a whore, and the man is.
But this is what I do know.
programmed
This is what I do know. Now, this piece right here. So this is what I do know. When you set up Bixby, right? 'Cause y'all don't have it. Y'all got iPhones. But when you set up Bixby, you through the prompts, you get to pick male voice, female voice. So I didn't know, you know what I mean? So it's like a difference. Wow, that's crazy, like crazy.
So Bixby is like the Siri?
Siri.
Yeah,
Okay, I got you.
And even Siri, they are
biased.
saying is gender biased. So
That's pretty wild.
yeah, it is. So now let's move over to racial bias, right? Especially with the workplace. It said Glassdoor surveyed 5,241 adults in the U.S., UK, France, and Germany. American workers were more likely to experience discrimination than all other countries. 42% of American workers said they have experienced or seen racism at work, which was 12% higher than the overall average. In turn, 55% of U.S. workers said their company should do more to increase diversity and inclusion, right? And that was like interesting there. But it's kind of like, I mean, I'm black, so I already knew that. You know what I mean? So lastly, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take these 3 top companies, and I'm gonna give you a breakdown on gender jobs, gender employees. How about that? So first, we're gonna look at Uber. Out of all of Uber's employees, 64% are men, right? And 50% are white men.
Damn.
Employees or drivers?
Employees.
Okay.
They're employees. Like tech support and all that. And leadership roles for Uber, 78% are men. 77% are white men. Right? So now we're going to move over to Facebook. Of all the employees, 67% are men and 52% are white men. In leadership roles, 73% are men and 71% are white men. Over at Google, all employees, 69% are men, 59% are white men. In leadership roles, 76% are men, 70% are white men. So, I mean, like, when I stumbled across that, I mean, I kind of already knew that, you know, it was still those disparities.
But why do you think that is?
Because they own the companies.
Right.
It's very simple. They own the companies. You know what I mean?
A white man own the company, so a white man gonna continue to hire other white people.
Yeah. But, so with that being said, it's some other stuff, man. I got some other gender stats. Man, like 75% of all harassment victims experience retaliation after reporting sexual harassment at work.
That's why you leave. You get your collect your dollars and leave.
Yep. Women earn about 20% less than men on average, and it's not getting any better.
I agree.
Women of color represent almost 50% of the low-wage workforce. And at least 1/4 of women experience sexual harassment in the workplace.
I agree.
Yep.
How many men experience sexual harassment in the workplace?
I ain't even pull that up because you can sexually harass me all day long if we gonna fuck.
So nasty.
Especially if you gonna suck this dick. If you gonna suck this dick,
Even if she look like Vespuccia,
what is Vespuccia? I don't even know what the fuck that is.
you don't know who that is.
No.
Never mind. Then.
I must say I don't either.
But here it is.
You don't
I
know
got 2
who
more.
Vespuccia is? What's that movie?
I got 2 more.
Oh, you got 2 more?
That's
Yeah.
Nutty Professor.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I don't know about that.
The
I ain't
big
never watched
girl.
it. I ain't never watched it. So,
How
2 more.
you're not really black.
Yeah, I know. So, and check this out. Less than 1/4 of members of Congress are women, their gender, and less than 5% of CEOs at S&P 500 companies are women.
I mean, what It was hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, I'm going to say thousands of years that women have been oppressed. Women have only recently been able to take a more active role in the world and not be so repressed here. I'm just saying here. In some other countries. So 1960 going into 1970 is women really start getting their voice to be able to fight back, get divorces, leave their husbands, get jobs. It's only been
Hasn't been that long.
It hasn't been that long. So it's been 50 years compared to hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and maybe thousands of years. So, I mean, it's a slow going process. We probably won't see it in our generation, but I think it's slowly turning.
I mean, it's 2020, and you're still hearing the first black woman that's the first black woman to do that. I mean, it makes no sense.
And we're saying first black woman. There still haven't been a first Mexican woman, first Indian woman, first other type of women. Like, we've been breaking barriers here, but other races are worse off than we are.
Right. I agree.
Like, I was watching the girl who, what's the name of it? Jane the Virgin. Mm-hmm. She was talking about how she's Hispanic and how she's doing movies and doing certain things. And she is sometimes the first Hispanic woman to do certain things.
Right.
And where have already done it 20, 30 years ago. So we're not, this racial bias goes beyond just what black people experience.
Right.
But I will say this. As black people in America, we at the bottom of the totem pole.
No.
We're at the very bottom. We're at the very bottom.
Shit, we're not
very bottom
deported.
of what?
Of the economic totem pole.
I don't agree with that.
Okay.
I can't agree with that. I mean, as it compared to other races, or is compared to what? White men, or what?
Compared to other races. We're at the bottom
No,
of
I
the
wouldn't
totem
say
pole.
that. There's people that are treated way worse than people of color.
Honestly,
Here, yes,
Who?
definitely.
Who?
Hispanics. They
How?
are round up and shipped back, and they fucking are living here. They born here, and they round up and being shipped back to their country. This nigga building a whole wall to keep them out.
You don't agree with that?
They came here.
So?
But wow. No, I don't agree with that.
Who said they
Economically,
Black people are
economically,
still
we at the
coming
bottom of
here.
the-
African Americans are still coming. Black people from Africa are still coming here, and they getting treated bad.
They African.
Hispanic people are coming here, and they're getting treated bad.
Where are they treated bad at? Where are they
we need to
treated
get some
bad?
Hispanic people in here. They are treated bad constantly.
Where
Especially
they treated?
by
Where?
police. They any of my Spanish friends tell me how they are always being harassed. Ask for their papers. When they're stopped, they be like, "Show us your green card."
And they have to show
Show us-
letters to even stay
Yeah.
here. Like I've had for the people that I support in the Hispanic community, I've had to write letters for them to show how long they've been working for me and what they've been doing that they have to turn in.
Okay.
And I mean that just because they're not black or white doesn't mean they're not productive citizens.
And
plus they'll work harder than most African Americans
And
anyway,
to-
I think.
And to go back
I don't
where they
think so.
came from also mean that it was an imminent death. So being here harassed is probably better than going back to where they came from.
Oh, okay.
And or they were born here and they're still treated horrible.
Okay.
Just like we are not the only race that is treated bad.
So you don't agree with any of this?
What I'm saying is this right here. When immigrants come here, they are afforded certain perks that as black people born here, we were never afforded.
But
that's not their fault.
But you're limited to just certain immigrants.
I'm not limited to certain immigrants.
That's black immigrants.
I'm
That's
not-
Hispanic immigrants. So when you say immigrants, you have to say black immigrants because
So-
there are black immigrants that come here too, and they are just as black as we are. So when you saying black people, they are black people and they're immigrants.
So I
so
gotta
are you saying
specify black
African?
Americans?
Yeah.
I got black Americans?
Yes.
Okay, well, black Americans.
What about them?
When they come here, they are afforded certain things. Unless they come here illegally, they are afforded certain things economically that we were never afforded, and we've been here. They have access to resources that give them an economic toehold that we don't have.
Just because they're afforded different type of economic advantages, there are economic advantages that you are born here with that they are probably
Like
not
what?
afforded. I don't know. Tell me the ones that they afforded. Because we can vote. They cannot. We can pick who's in office. They cannot. If we pick the wrong person or refuse to vote, we can't get mad at the product that we're getting. If we choose not to vote and go into public office ourselves and get our community behind us, we can't get mad at the garbage that's put out there.
Okay, so how about this right here? Let's say when Trump was elected, right? Hillary Clinton won the popular vote.
She definitely did.
Did she win the election?
She did the wrong
did.
gender.
But did she win the election?
No.
Okay.
But she's not the first person to win the popular vote, but didn't win the election.
Right now, Al Gore, he won the popular vote.
Yes.
By a few million.
Yes.
Did he win the election?
No.
Okay then.
But you also.
So you're talking about a rigged system. You can't.
You also have to look at it in totality.
Mm-hmm.
The places where they won the popular vote are places that are primarily Democrats, people who are making it compared to some of the other states. But you got a state
middle class.
Yes, middle class. So you got states like I'm just gonna pick on Wyoming because I don't know shit about it. You got who are tired of people with money winning. So if you have 100, well, it's 50 states. If you have 40 little states that are tired of people with money winning, and just 5 big states that have 15 million people living in it, you're going to win the popular vote. But the way it's set up is that these smaller states are not happy that the bigger states are getting everything.
Okay.
So the people who are upset the people who are winning the election need to go out there and try to get those smaller states.
Okay.
So you can't, and secondly, I don't think whoever's in office matters. It's the other people that matters. The Senate, the House, those are the people that matter. Whoever, the person at the top is Congress who matter. The person at the top don't really mean shit to us.
Okay.
Trump really can't. Everything he does get vetoed or he veto, and it's going back and forth. But the people who really matter is the Congress. Now, we need to get more of us in there and more of...
For what? The ones we got ain't doing shit.
Okay, then we picking the wrong ones. You can't get mad. You cannot get mad at a system if people are not out voting and doing their part.
So let me be clear on something. I unequivocally am not mad about the voting system in this country. Mm-hmm. I'm not mad about the motherfuckers who get elected and do shit for themselves. I ain't never.
That's what they do.
The only thing that I be mad about is the playing field not being level to give everyone a clear shot at the title. That's the only thing that I'm mad about.
That's not going to happen.
Well, tomato.
The way the system is set up is that people at the top don't want people at the bottom getting there. So they leave enough space to let a few in.
Right.
So the only thing you can do is deal with what's going on around you and your community and helping it grow. Because if you're trying to think about the whole United States, you fucked.
Oh, no. I don't give a fuck about the whole United States.
You have to think, if you live in Landover, you need to be figuring out how to make Landover better.
I mean, how many people that you all know that could actually even run for Congress or president or anything else?
Well,
some of these motherfuckers got backgrounds. They wouldn't even be able to run anyway.
I now know anybody can fucking run.
Yeah, anybody.
Anybody can run. Trump can run.
Well, that's a whole different story.
So
they'd find a way for it not to work out.
Yeah.
So with Congress, unless they went back within the last 20 years and passed legislation that the president signed off on restricting who can run. Anybody can run for Congress. Mm-hmm. Anybody can. Now, I do know this. As far as running for president, there are 2 requirements that I know, that I remember that you have to meet.
40, is it 45, 50, something like that?
You have to be at least 35 years old, and you have to be born in the United States of America. That's it. Ain't shit in there to say you can't. Nope. You can be.
Can I run under my alias or no?
No. You're going to have to use.
Oh, dang, I gotta use my
ain't shit in there that say you cannot run for.
But if it don't say I can't run under my alias,
as a convicted felon or any of that,
they're gonna run your alias anyway. So you might as well just give them your real name because they're gonna have both names to begin with.
Shit.
Yeah. You know what I mean? But that's totally.
No, it's not really totally a sidebar. It was a good debate y'all were having, so I let that.
I believe everything is biased. Whether it's a police officer that is black, he's biased to everybody. A white police officer, people at my job, and I'm not even I can say me. There are sometimes I might be biased towards who I hang around or who I bring into my circle, and or I ain't gonna say work because I'm not biased at work. I try to pick people off of their job application, and then when I interview you, that's different. But everybody have a little bit of bias toward in them, whether they like it or not. You tend to fall to some type of thing. You tend to hang out with mostly black people because you're black. If you grew up with white parents and you were black, you tend to hang out with mostly white people. You tend to do what you know. And anything different scares you.
I would agree.
Okay.
Yeah, that's actually why I picked the topic. Yeah, racial and gender bias, because I've noticed recently, and just everything that you do, like day to day. Well, for one, there's something Radio 1 is announcing about the casinos being built.
What casinos?
And that there's no black, there's no opportunities for African American people to be a part of all the economics that's coming from that.
Why?
So they've been announcing that. I've heard the commercial like 7 times. So they're saying, call your congressman, shit like that.
And it ain't gonna be none.
Because it says only billionaires and isn't it Indian tribes or something like that?
Indian tribes and billionaires.
And billionaires are being offered.
You just gotta get whatchamacallit do it.
Do what?
Oprah.
Fuck Oprah.
She
Oprah
black white.
She don't give a fuck.
Oh man. And then in addition, some shit that's been going on in my industry, like I've just noticed the racial and gender bias I've been feeling, none of it is intentional. It's all unintentional. But like you said, people have a tendency to be more comfortable around people that look like them, especially when you don't agree on something. Like they don't even know how to take you most times. So then that's where that biased bullshit creeps in at. And then also there was, I don't watch the TV like that, but there was an award show, and I don't remember, you know what I'm talking about? I don't know who was it, the Oscars?
You talking about the Koreans one?
No, he got up and gave this long speech about how there should be more black people in that field. Like they should give more opportunities to people of color.
That was the Oscars.
It was.
It was the Oscars and the other thing.
And the Grammys.
No, I think it was the Grammys, the one I heard.
Yeah, because which one? Okay, which one is the one where they sit at the table looking all stuffy? And Lisa Bonet's husband came in that damn tank top looking good as shit.
Hold on, that's
and
the
Beyonce
one where she didn't get up.
Yeah, and
that's the SAG. That was the SAG award.
Yeah, they sit around the table and
that's the SAG.
When they pan that audience, you can literally see one drop black, one drop black, one drop black. Like it was 95 or 96% people that was white in there.
Yeah, he gave a great speech though. I wish I had researched what it was. I just didn't even think about it, but it just popped into my head. But it was a great speech. I mean, it was like so quiet in there when he was talking.
Yeah.
And again, I don't think that more African Americans don't get cast for the roles on purpose. I just think it's people like have a tendency to be more attracted to people that look like them.
No, I'm gonna say yes and no. I think that when I'm writing a script, I have in my mind who I already want. So I'm going to write it towards, let's say, a white person, because only white people can do these things because black people can't, right? So they're going to write it towards a white person, and it takes a strong, good black person. I can't say who, but I've seen documentaries and I've seen stuff on TV where roles were cast for white people, but it took a certain type of black person to come in and say, like, this can be actually played by a black person. I wish I'd done that type of research, but I've seen something like that before. But when they write these roles, they write it for white people. So That's why you need, unfortunately, no matter how bad we hammer him, we need the Tyler Perrys of the world who are constantly putting out movies. And
but he got to get out his box.
He definitely do, but
he got to get out his box.
He got to get out his box. But what he is doing is allowing other black producers. Let's say if he can't get out of his box, he's allowing other black producers to thrive where maybe he's not doing it.
Did he was that because I just seen A Fall from Grace. Wasn't that his movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
I thought that was good.
It was shot in 2 days.
I thought it was a good.
I'm sorry, 5 days. It was good. The story behind it was good. Some of the acting was but the story behind it's good. He used actresses and actors that hadn't been getting any work or haven't seen in a while. But
that's why I think all the more reason that he should be more supported. I support him as well. Like I've never had anything bad to say about any of his movies. I mean, I used to go see his plays before he was even making movies in DC. Mm-hmm. So he may not be the best, but I mean, it's a development. Every fucking thing takes time. Mm. It's not like all of a sudden he's just gonna write the best black movies out there. Shit, it just doesn't happen like that. So I'm sure he learns from his mistakes like everybody else.
So one thing about me,
niggas hard on people. That's what I think.
One thing about me, y'all should already know this. I'm going to support a motherfucker that look like me, right? I don't really give a fuck what your politics are until you show me something that makes me believe you don't support as wholeheartedly. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of the shit that I seen that I paid to go see was garbage. It was like I mean, I'm not gonna say garbage.
But you also, I don't know how to put it. A lot of men don't care for Tyler Perry, but a lot of women do.
And I'm just saying. So I'm a supporter motherfucker because he looked like me. But a lot of it, you know what I mean? I was like, that's some garbage, right? But I still go to support until I hear something legitimate that gives me the impression that you don't support like people supporting you. Because people supporting your bullshit. When your shit was bullshit, people were supporting it, right? Mm-hmm. And it was an incident. You would think that a Tyler Perry would support up and coming or even mildly established other film artists, filmmakers, right? Mm-hmm. Good Authority, right? Because it's video of him snubbing, right? Mm-hmm. Snubbing another black filmmaker, right? Mm-hmm. I'm just saying that's the difference between black community and another.
But do you know the story behind that?
It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
Everything is relevant.
It doesn't matter.
It does.
That could be like you see me.
Because white people will snub each other depending on what it is, and they throw hella shade.
And if you don't know what the fuck that's about, I mean, there's always something behind something.
White people at the top of the food chain.
This is not. First of all, this is not a topic.
First of all, if you want things, if you're talking about bias, if you want things to be equal, then you should get. We don't know why he snubbed the person, and I don't know Tyler Perry enough to take up for him. Right. But what I am going to say is, I would snub somebody, black, white, if they're not doing right. So best believe I'm not going to just do right by you if you ain't doing right by me and others. Okay. So we don't know why he snubbed him. Okay. And top of the food chain or bottom of the food chain, it don't matter. If you ain't ethical and doing right, fuck you. Because I can tell you, I was talking to someone, I can't say because everybody know who it is. I was talking to someone about him firing somebody. And I was like, oh, why are you firing him? I'm going to go support him anyway because I like what he's doing. And I was told, this is why I fired him. And he fired him for touching women and doing things inappropriately. Had a lot of sexual harassment claims. And I'm sitting here like, God damn. You know what? I'm a back off from that situation. I don't want to ever go there, support that person, be put in a situation. But if I didn't know, I'd have thought that the person who fired him was and not supporting him because I really didn't know he fired him. I would have thought he wasn't supporting him because he was hating on him. He wasn't hating on him. He had to remove himself from that person.
Right.
So if you don't know the backstory, unless you found out the backstory and you can say Tyler Perry snubbed him because he was doing better than Tyler Perry or his movie outsold, and I'm like, that's an issue. But if he snubbed him, we don't know why he snubbed him, is what I'm just saying.
Right.
So if you know why, you can tell us.
Drew ain't gonna change his fucking mind anyway, so it don't matter.
Because my thing is this. Like
we already know you biased. You've been biased from day one.
Right.
What's your thing?
It ain't that. I'm just saying we have to get to a place where we don't outwardly dog each other. You understand what I'm saying?
Who is we?
Black people.
That shit ain't never gonna happen. Never.
You don't think white people outward dog each other?
Never ever.
Every race, the only people I probably don't see. Nah.
You want to know the difference?
What?
The difference is white people, white America has the resources to control your shit.
Okay.
Right?
Uh-huh.
Black America don't have the resources to fuck nobody's shit up.
I can halfway agree, but what I'm going to say is, if you are shady, and I'm doing business with you and you shady, and I know you fucking shady, I'm not going to keep that shit to myself so my girlfriends can go support you. They're going to be like, oh, Candy, you've been supporting him, or I know you was having him doing X, Y, and Z for you. You never said anything. Oh, I ain't want to disparage the person's name. You got to find out on your own. Fuck that. You need to find out. I might not go and blast it because I don't have that platform like Tyler Perry do, but best believe anybody in my circle going to know not to support you.
And I agree with that. I'm talking about the blasting. You understand
Some people need to be blasted.
Some people need to be blasted.
Some people don't learn from what they're doing to you. You know who? And I hate to say this, but a lot of black people give you the worst fucking service. They give you, and I ain't just talking about serving you drinks and shit. They give you the worst customer service, but then they want everything. They give you bad customer service. They don't show up on time. They try to cheat you. And I ain't saying white people don't do that, but because I deal with more black people, I see it. And then you want me to not blast you? Get the fuck out of here.
And Candy's absolutely right. For like today, I called a DC government agency because there was an issue. Now they need something from me. I really don't need shit from them. They need some money. Well, they're so fucking inefficient at their job. The money I sent them, they sent back to me. So as I'm trying to clarify this shit, when I wrote the lady's name on the paper, because somebody's supposed to call me back tomorrow, I literally wrote her name, and underneath it I wrote nasty bitch so I could remember exactly who she was. Then she hung up on me. Now, if you don't like your fucking job, find another one. But if you're the person answering the phone, and this says on the paper, if you need to talk about this, this is the number you call. And then I call the number, and I'm trying to tell you what I need. You interrupting me and shit? It's fucking ridiculous. That wouldn't happen other places. But of course, we know how DC government roll. Because ain't an agency yet I done fucking dealt with where it's ever been a smooth process. And I could tell story after story after story. We got a call.
Adult Conversation. Who's this?
Hello?
Hello.
Can you hear?
How you all doing?
We're doing
All
great.
I can hear you. How you all doing?
We're great.
All right.
What's tonight's topic?
Just like a black person.
Race and gender bias. Nah, they sound white.
Nah, this motherfucker sound black as shit.
Race and gender bias.
Oh, damn. Race by gender bias?
Yeah,
Yeah.
race
I don't know
and
too
gender.
much, but I know y'all motherfuckers, though. What's going on?
It's all
It's
happening.
a conversation.
We coolin', man. You here? You here? Have you been?
All right, look. I just want to give y'all my support. I don't know too much on the subject.
Oh, you've never been discriminated against based on your race or your gender?
Only by you motherfuckers.
This is a child television show. PG-13.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. Only by you individuals.
Oh, yeah,
Being
right.
the producer sometimes trying to keep y'all in order the topic.
Yeah.
We here though. So you have been discriminated against, right?
I have, I think,
And-
in a sense.
All right.
Do you think it's because of race or your gender?
Both. Both. Because For one, it definitely has to do with my race. And then two, definitely because of my gender. Because as a black male, they always feel as though you're a threat sometimes in America.
True.
Makes sense.
And not to mention, I don't have the corporate look, nor do I talk the corporate look. So I am looked at sometimes as being a threat that I'm not necessarily trying to be a threat. Just like Just Drew, sometimes we may talk wrong, and it could be taken and mistaken as the wrong content, but we're coming from a place of trying to show people acknowledgement and trying to just get you all to understand where we're coming from.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Black females, they got it much easier because, yes, they find you all as a threat, but they don't find you all as a threat mostly as black males.
True shit.
I would have to say that depends on the arena.
Exactly.
And, like, it depends what you're doing, where you're at, because I think black women, or just, I don't even want to say black because everybody know I ain't black no more. But just people with darker skin, you're just treated differently.
And I also think that although we are treated differently, black women have a higher chance of being sexually, what'd you call it, at work? Sexually harassed at work, where they might look at you as a threat. They look at us as somebody, a piece of ass. And I agree with you. I have bosses that have hit on me.
Because honestly, because in most households, they feel like the woman brings majority of the money home. So they feel like you all would not jeopardize that income coming in.
Fuck that.
Even pay scale alone, you might have a woman and a man performing the same exact duties, but yet the woman is gonna make less money. She's gonna be offered less money. She's probably gonna get less raises, less opportunity, and that's gender bias all day.
You think so for real?
Definitely.
Honestly,
I'm not comparing dark people. No, I'm talking about it just in a corporation in general.
Okay, I can understand that.
We also have
but you all are y'all have open arms in most corporations more than black males, I would think. I would think it was harder for me and Drew to get a corporate job versus you and Candy.
Well, that's because y'all both look like ninjas.
That's true.
Nah,
we're a physical threat.
At my job, all the top people that's in my office are all black men.
Okay.
All of them.
Okay.
And one of them two of them look just like y'all.
Okay.
But I also know that when you saying the things, when I went to college, most of the people, if there were blacks in the college, it was mostly females that were going to college.
Now you do understand that there's a difference between government and Fortune 500.
I agree.
There's a big difference.
You don't even have to say Fortune 500. You can say private industry.
Okay,
there's a difference between
with private industry.
Yeah,
I agree.
So with private industry, I promise you, they'll rather deal with women, black women, and I'm gonna say black women because I'm a black man. They'll rather deal with a black woman than a black man because not only are we a threat, but we are perceived as unpredictable.
That also depends on the corporation.
And we are still perceived as unpredictable.
You can be perceived as whatever you want, but it still depends on what
that's
we're
also
talking about. We all have almost 500 employees. I'm the only fucking me. So I can't rock with that.
How many black?
I can't rock with that.
How many black men are vice?
All the
how many black
most
men
of the
running
black
shit?
men, none of them. I'm the only black executive. Period.
Okay, right.
So no, I can't get with that.
So how can you not get with that? I just said we're perceived as a threat and unpredictable.
Well, they damn sure don't be happy I'm there day in and day out. Believe that shit.
But you understand what I'm saying?
You probably got yours because of
So most big corporations
experience.
You gotta have like some black people there. You got to. Even if it ain't nothing, if it ain't nothing but just a show. Just a show, right? And I'll give you a good example. A good example would be Mid-Atlantic Bottling Company. right? Pepsi, right out here on Kenilworth Avenue.
Chevrolet.
For a long time, the president of Mid-Atlantic Bottling Company was a black man. He was the only black man in the country running, right, that type of company. However, he took his directives from higher up. He really couldn't make, and it didn't come out till later on. He really didn't make like the decisions to say, well, okay, I want to do this, so let's go do this. Nah, everything he did, he had to run it past somebody above him. You understand what I'm saying? So that like.
Well, I'm going to say, I mean, and especially with you two, since I know you two personally, you know, you have to look at the fact too. Well, I know how Candy dresses for work because you come here sometimes dressed for business. You know, a lot of black men don't carry themselves that they want to climb up that corporate ladder.
They don't.
And I have to say, in knowing you two, I mean, I know you can put on a suit when you need to, but it's not like you all start out with that mentality. I don't know, this thing is about to drive me crazy. It's a little net. You don't start out with the mentality of you coming in and competing with the people of other races to climb that corporate ladder either. Yeah. Whereas when I started, and I'm working with all women, not my color, of course I had to work that much harder to be treated as equal and treated fairly. But a lot of black brothers ain't gonna do that. They be like, fuck y'all, I'm wearing my jeans, my sweatpants, my Timberlands. You're not putting forth that effort to change how they perceive you. And it's all a matter of perception. How you're treated is based on how you're perceived. So if you putting forward that effort to be equal, you get treated differently. This is my opinion.
Hey, bro, you know what? I want to thank you for your call.
He
right?
has something to say.
Oh, you was about to say something?
Yeah, I was about to say something. So, I would say, because all of us know each other personally. So in Drew lines of work, I can't expect Drew to wear khakis and a shirt with a tie tucked in. He could, but I don't expect it because sometimes Drew will get dirty, and Drew's not the type of person that will not do whatever the job needs to get done. Vice versa as far as myself. My job, I don't see myself dressing up because I too have to get dirty sometimes. Yes, sometimes it can be laid back, but I will have to get dirty sometimes. And the clientele that I would say that we both work with sometimes would be the same type of individuals that we are, will get dirty with whatever they got to do. I don't think that personally we can be judged off of how we look, but more of how we carry ourselves.
So I would agree and disagree. For your job, particularly that you have, of course you're going to dress how you dress.
That you applied for,
yes.
By the way.
But there are people, let's say we talked about government earlier. There are people who come into the government offices who have to go around and see people every day. And they come in, and say black men, come in there looking disgusting. Hats sagging off their asses, just looking horrible. And you're in a government building walking around while your white co-worker has his khakis, pants up, belt on, tie on, shirt. They're coming in with their pants hanging down. You can see their underwears. You have to say something to them. So I'm not going to say that's the only reason, but there are some black people do sabotage their own growth. And they sabotage it because when you say something to them, their attitude is, I am how I am. Ain't nobody going to change me. Well, bitch, you're going to end up where you are. I won't deny that,
but then I also have to say this. It's a difference between government and private industry. Because government, you can't really fire somebody off of that.
You can. You definitely can.
Really?
If you come in
without going through all the corporate stuff?
I can fire somebody who comes in looking like that if they're there within the first year. Yes.
Within the first year, right?
Yes.
So here's my thing. If I dress in my khakis and my shirt first year, then afterwards, I'm going to have the I don't give a care attitude, which is going to be harder for you to fire. But I know how it is on time. I'm not going to beat up all y'all time. I appreciate adult conversation. I appreciate you all, and keep it going.
So who was the caller? We didn't catch your name.
Oh, Unrestricted D.
How can they find you?
All right, y'all. They can find me on Thursdays on RIP Radio for Unrestricted Radio Show. They also can find me, most importantly, Wednesdays with my wife, Candy. That's also with Adult Conversation. And what's our show name? Candy Discussion. Sorry, I'm messing with y'all. But no, y'all keep doing y'all thing. Good topic. See y'all. Love y'all.
Thank you.
Bye.
Love you
All
too.
right, so look, with
All
that, thanks, D. See you soon. So with that, we gotta take a break.
Yeah, because
Okay.
we went straight into 6 o'clock.
We went we just straight hump. We're gonna be right back, y'all, after this quick music break.
Bloodshed on the concrete and it made the money treat. Wolves howling at the moon, baby, tell me what you see. Pay my tithes, you watch your sins, but I ain't living on my knees. But I tell you, Sunday morning, I'm gon' get right. Sunday morning, I'm gon' get right. Love don't live here anymore, per her caption. Manipulate, penetrate, no niggas tactics. Sunday service, you a long way from Calabasas. The face of struggle rap, yeah, still not making traction. Give it up already, cut your losses. All our ancestors built, dog is all this cost us. Splitting pennies on the stream, man, how we bosses. Quiet boys turn savage, pray you never cross us. My offering, prayers go towards the sun, no woe is everyone without no paper. Wait on who to save you, boy, go get you some gratitude. You look like food, don't confuse your hate with love. Holy water for a sponsor who do pain better than us. No, dying in the city that you never could call home. No heaven for a sinner, baby, tell me where my dogs go. No, mind on the money, money on the mind. And when it comes to mine, bloodshed on the concrete and it made the money treat. Wolves howling at the moon, baby, tell me what you see. Pay my tithes, you watch your sins, but I ain't living on my knees. But I tell you, Sunday morning, I'm gon' get right. Sunday morning, I'm gon' get right. You know right from wrong, good from evil, up from down, hell from heaven, you know all of this. Act accordingly. Stained glass on the window, put a filter on the evil. A Bible on the dash, on the 5 in the Regal. I know what we do is wrong, I swear to God, I feel like Caesar. Most potential in the world and still the masses never see you. Yeah, man is really measured by the way he reached the people. Way louder for the ones in the back, gotta put numbers on the board. Always gonna point to the statue, you don't do facts. Can't tell me much about mine, not with my faith intact. No, the pain won't last. Live with a switch with the tide. Tell them put it on my tab, I'ma make you back. Could you spare the tribe and bargain with your only son? So rich man, I got baptized at the plunge. Protesting prayers to a loaded gun. Still sing the same song, the work is never done. Bloodshed on the concrete and it made the money treat. Wolves howling at the moon, baby, tell me what you see. Pay my tithes, you watch your sins, but I ain't living on my knees. But I tell you, Sunday morning, I'm gon' get right. Sunday morning, I'm gon' get right.
Check it out, y'all.
I like to play video games. Do you like to play video games? I like to nod my head to music like this.
Because I'm in with the chips down. Flip on the swag with my hips down. Everybody wanna pimp the nymph out. cage is open. Let's escape from Chimp Town. Rick James, James Brown, they can make the Rick Brown. Meanwhile, Forrest Gump like to throw the shrimp down. Fists grab the handheld, I could wear the grip crown. Don't skip now, keep the needle on the vinyl. Do everything you're told and everything you're told is final. Light up the spot when I make my arrival. Give me the mic, I'll spit my list of ish that I don't give a. Ball so hard that you never see me dribble. Ball so hot, I pass it to my pistol. Pop threes with the ease, referees can never quibble. Then I autograph these city walls with my scribble.
Cut to the chase, man, cut to the chase. Don't waste my time with that pretty face, man. Cut to the chase, cut to the chase, man. I wanna see the people move inside the place, man.
Introduce myself. What you think about that?
Now I rock a mic battle, but I always keep it civil. Dribble my philosophy, fizzle out my mandible. Lend me your ear and my music start to nibble. Keep my record spinning like we keep the office chair swivel. Scratch the wax like your skin got allergies. Count off from my cavalry like you counting calories. Who will live and who will die? Ask the Valkyries. Swing with Sia from the chandelier and the balconies.
Cut to the chase, man, cut to the chase. Don't waste my time with that pretty face, man. Cut to the chase, cut to the chase. I wanna see the people move inside the place, man.
I think part of the song is about to happen right now.
Bright like sunlight, nice like Canadians, sweet like Pomeranians, and pics with Kardashians. Narciss, catharsis, desire, debaters, one-time well-wishers, trolls and haters. Space migrants, Facebook likers. Will you multiply this, or else you minus the bass for your bottom and the treble for your sinus? Pump the ish, so loud man I got tinnitus. Tiny Tito got the touch like Midas, you like this? Even as I write this, suckers line up like sharks, they wanna bite this. And who can blame them? Crowd so wild, kids can't be tamed without the jism. They nod their heads like this dish was a baptism.
Cut to the chase, man, cut to the chase. Don't waste my time with your pretty face, man. Cut to the chase, man, cut to the chase. I wanna see the people move inside the place, man.
I like to nod my head to music like this. The music.
We back, y'all. We talking about gender and race bias. We took up that. Hey, look, we hopped straight into that shit, man.
That's that hasn't happened in a while.
Yeah, we hopped
straight into a topic and no only one PP break.
Yeah, I know, right? I know. Cause I mean, shit. This one of them topics. This one of them joints. Yeah. Sunshine, what you got over there?
You know, he's got a bunch of shit. So one of the things I wanted to touch on was and I mentioned it, the airport scanners. So since I travel so much, I used to get what's the one where you have to take your shoes off? Drew, you know, used to be with me. I could just walk through. Yeah, he don't be with me that much no more. He cut me back.
No, she cut me back.
But I could just walk through, and I didn't have to take my pre-board. I would get pre-board. I ain't got pre-board in like 2 years, because I think they would think I might be doing something wrong. But anyway, what I heard.
You don't do clear?
Nah, fuck that shit. I don't know my name most of the time. I be forgetting who I am. Because my passport and my ID don't say the same thing. So I be forgetting who I am. But they, one of the things I think I mentioned it before. One reason I always get stopped is because of my hair. Because the scanners don't take account for ponytails or big hair. Like they just want you to have straight, regular hair. So it was a big thing going on about the bias with the scanners. And then why do you get stopped, Drew?
I get stopped because they always asking me, what the fuck is in your pants? I mean, I get stopped because I got a large penis.
You think that's why?
That's why. That motherfucker be hanging low.
Yeah, I'm not.
You hear me?
It's fucked up, but he's not playing. So that's bias, too.
Maybe you should put on your Speedos.
Oh, shit, that was funny. I'm sorry, I had to do it. But then the same thing you were talking about earlier, some of the research I was looking at, they were talking about like some shit Amazon does where they had a picture of Oprah Winfrey, and they were saying that there was a 76.5% chance she was a man. So it's just, I mean, that's what the shit said.
Her and Gail.
And then they had a picture of Michelle Obama as a younger version of Michelle, like a teenager. And they said that it was that it was 0.79% sure that it was a young man wearing a black shirt. And then a hair 90.93 that it was a hairpiece. And this is her fucking hair. It's not a hairpiece. Like, it's her hair. You know how teenagers wore the bouffants. So it was just showing how, and then they had one with Serena Williams. I can't even read that. That shit too small.
So you know who programmed this? A white person who don't know black people.
But then they still, if you don't have to necessarily know black people to know that everybody doesn't wear their hair straight. So I think it's fucked up that every time I go through the scanner that I get stopped. But they usually check my boobs, my hair.
I can understand your boobs.
Not why? What? They're gummy bears. They don't need to be stopped.
You might have something in them.
I don't have fucking anything in them.
I don't know.
Stop looking at
them. And they said no liquid. What if they full of milk?
I can't. I fucking can't. But yeah, all that shit is biased, just like Drew was saying earlier. So that kind of pisses me off. Because I'm going to be the bitch that missed the flight because the shit don't know I got a ponytail. How do you not know somebody wear a ponytail?
Well, they got to check
all
it.
ethnicities wear ponytails.
They check my hair every time. They make sure I don't have nothing hidden in it.
That's fucking crazy, though. I mean, the machine should know that it's hair.
I don't know.
It's a racist. I'm sorry. The machines are fucking racist. So...
So they don't check
Facebook
white people
posts, or you?
They don't check white people with hair.
I'm here.
Apparently not. I don't know. Maybe big hair. I don't know.
Because
what kind of hair they
to
got
say it's racist means it doesn't check white people with big hair.
It doesn't account for certain ethnic hairstyles. I'll put it in that manner.
Could it be?
I mean, I ain't never went through as a white woman, so I don't know.
Hold on. Could it be?
Maybe the hair still belong to the horsey.
Hold on. Could
that horse DNA? Shit's synthetic. It's
Could it be the weight of the weight and volume of the hair?
It is the volume.
Right.
I don't know about the weight. I mean, it doesn't weigh your hair. It scans your body.
I don't know.
I don't know if the hair's heavy.
Plenty of white women got ponytails.
Right. I'm just telling you what I read. I can't. I didn't.
If you're a white woman and you got stopped because of your ponytail going through the, what is it called, the body scanner, please let us know.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Mm-hmm. A white. It was a white girl on my feed earlier. Her name was, I ain't gonna say her name, but yeah, she was on the feed.
Yeah.
So do you think y'all have racial or gender bias?
Am I? Oh, I am all day.
Right.
I'm racially biased.
Okay.
But you already knew that.
Do you think you're gender biased?
No.
I mean, based on the tip conversation, you would be gender biased.
Based on what conversation?
No,
the tip conversation.
What the fuck? Man, shut up.
Okay.
The fuck out.
You are gender biased. Do you have sex with men?
No, I don't.
So then you are gender biased.
Oh, okay.
Based on what you read earlier. Even though you didn't win.
I mean, so I didn't even think that my definition counted because I didn't win.
It really didn't. It didn't
exactly.
Count. Your definition was so garbage, but you know what? We are here for you, Drew, because we are women in the corporate world climbing the corporate ladder, and we here for you.
True shit.
And your bullshit.
Okay.
Yes. Maybe you could move up in the corporate world if you wasn't yelling this dick all the time.
And calling people bad names and stuff.
Right.
I agree.
Yep.
I agree with Candy on that, but she does it again.
I mean, you can agree on I'm not interested in moving up in the corporate world.
I didn't think you were.
I'm definitely not.
I didn't think you were. I'm not even interested in that shit.
If I was going to move up in the corporate world, I would create my own shit and try to blow that up.
I agree.
You know
I'm
what I mean?
very interested in moving out of the corporate world.
I agree. Well, I'm not interested in leaving my job unless I got some interesting money, but I am interested in not. I'm trying to work it out where I am not supervising 30 people and only supervising myself.
Yeah.
I want to self-supervise and just do work. I don't like people.
So let me ask y'all a question.
Mm-hmm.
Since we're talking about bias, and I know earlier you were saying about I guess that wouldn't even be conducive to this conversation, but you was talking about how the customer service is with black establishments and things as such. If the prices were comparable, right? Let's say a black restaurant had comparable prices to like the carryouts. Would you patronize the the black establishments?
I patronize who's closest to me. And it has nothing to do with price. If your prices are too high, I don't give a fuck what color you are, I ain't going.
Right.
If I can't afford it, I can't afford it. If I can't afford to patronize you, I'm not going to break my pocket or ruin what I have just to patronize you. I'm going to do it, but let's just say, I'm not going to say his name, but I'm going to say it. Goombay. The person who owns Goombay, he does his best to patronize every black business, tries to do everything black if he can do it. And the place that we were going to, Claude, OTI, have you ever been there?
Mm-mm.
They're gone now. They've been shut down. The one that was in Largo.
Largo?
Yes.
Oh, they shut them down for that bullshit, huh?
That is the most ghetto is place and service and shit. You just cannot fathom what's going on in there. Then we went to our spot down the street. I'm not gonna say where, but a spot in Greenbelt for the Super Bowl party.
Mm-hmm.
This is primarily a black establishment. These motherfuckers knew that at least 300 to 300 people would come in there. 300 to 350 people would come in, right? They had 3 waitresses, 3 bartenders, and 2 cooks.
That's ridiculous. For
over 300 people. Every table was packed. The whole floor was packed. It was a Super Bowl party. And he only brought minimum staff in. I don't know if the business was black, but the people who run it was black.
Right.
And it makes you sit here and like, wow, you got a black business bringing you 300 people plus, and this is the type of shit you gonna give us.
Right.
So then it doesn't turn me away from us going to black businesses, but it makes me think sometimes, like, do I really want to be bothered?
I mean, they just don't always put in the effort to support the community either.
Yes.
Because that's not being supportive.
Definitely wasn't.
Especially not for someone like Goombay. I mean, for Goombay's, the numbers they pull, like you just shot yourself in the foot.
Yeah.
So, but then sometimes you get what you pay for too.
So I don't know what he paid for it.
I just mean it. I mean, I don't have anything against Greenbelt, but it's a certain type of establishment. It's
so the establishment, it was closer with parking.
Right.
So the people, the whole entire people that was going to be there were all people who frequent the 2 companies.
Right.
So it was going to be like no outside people that were coming.
Well, I was there a few weeks prior to that, and I couldn't get waited on.
Yeah.
And I spoke on that. I mean, it happened to
horrible.
me.
It's horrible.
So I couldn't get a fucking drink.
It's hard to patronize. I ain't gonna say all, but some because they have this sense of entitlement, or they try to get over on you.
Yeah.
So.
And then I'm not with the you go somewhere, which I just had this happen. I was trying out a new place, which I never mentioned them because I wasn't on to mention. But I went to this new place. It's black owned. I heard it was black owned, and it's not too far from my house. So I rode, they were supposed to have karaoke that night. Nothing. It was crickets. But then they didn't, and it was on all these flyers. It was even on the billboard that's out front, and then nothing. So I'm like, so when I asked about, and then they shut down early. Like I'm literally eating, and they start cutting the lights off, and I'm like looking at my watch, like what the fuck? Like I thought y'all closed at like 11. And she's like, oh, it's not that many people here, so we're closing.
Yeah. And then on one hand, you got the black people who will give you bad black service, and they give it to you and the white people. Then you go to certain white businesses, they give you good service, but not respectable service.
See, I'm back gonna let you get what you pay for.
So,
because I'll pay for service. I mean, there's certain restaurants in Baltimore that I absolutely love. Mm-hmm. And okay.
I'm not saying me.
What's the Brazilian steakhouse I love?
Yeah.
A Fogo. Like you go in there. I mean, you pay $50 as soon as you walk in because that's what your meal costs once you sit down.
I'm not saying
but they service the hell out of you, though.
I'm saying, let's say you're in a community, let's say Waldorf before it became Waldorf, and you only had 3 restaurants there. You had 2. You had the black restaurant that serve you bad, or you black people go to the white restaurant that's going to serve you good service but treat you like you black.
So how's that good service then?
I mean, they might give you good service.
if
They
you
might
treat me-
bring you. They might cook your food right and bring it out to you, but be nasty to it. I ain't saying that
So
type
that's
of service.
That's part of the service.
I'm talking about when you know, sometimes when you go to black services, you get nothing. Your food ain't cooked all the way through. It's and they nasty. You might go to a white restaurant. They'll cook your food and give you everything else, but they might be a little racist.
Then they racist. I'm not fucking with them.
But what I'm saying is, sometimes as black people, we don't have shit. We don't have shit. We have to. You only have these two. It might not even be there. It might be only 1-2 grocery stores in your whole community, and you might have to drive 100 miles to go to another one. You have to fuck with one of them.
So you're gonna fuck with the lesser evil.
Yes. Sometimes,
make a selection.
unfortunately, sometimes the white person is the lesser evil, because at least you know when you take your food home, it's not gonna be spoiled.
Okay.
They might give you an attitude at the register, but by the time you get through it and you get home, you're fine. But you go to the black grocery store, the shit expired 2 weeks ago.
Name a black grocery store.
I don't know any.
Exactly.
That doesn't mean they don't exist.
I mean, shit. Ain't none in D.C.
They got
Ain't
a lot.
no-
They got a lot of mom and pop shit that people don't go to, and they are grocery stores. My thing is, just because you don't see something doesn't mean it don't exist.
I wish I knew. I don't know who owns it, but I've had to twice now. I needed some colored light bulbs. Like, I just needed some red light bulbs, and I didn't want to drive across town. And you know I live in the sticks.
Damn.
So
sure
I go
do.
in this fucking Dollar General. Now, this is my second time in there. And then I claimed I'd never go back. Now, I don't know if black people own it, but I know it's all black people in there. But I'm telling you, that's the dirtiest shit I ever seen in my life. You can't even walk down the aisles. Like, it's just shit.
So it's like the Clinton
everywhere.
Walmart.
I just never seen anything like it. And then I'm like, what the fuck? Like, how do you even come in here to go to work every day? I couldn't work in something that dirty. I never buy food out of there, ever, 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 ever. It's like I need a light bulb, and I was looking for like the air freshener sprays, some short shit that I could just grab and go back home. But like every time, and then it's just, even the parking lot's dirty. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? So, and now look at all the white establishments I have down there. And then it's black run. I know that. It has to be black run. So I'm just saying, it's all perspective.
I would hope that if a black establishment is able to open up something and run something, that they would, I ain't gonna say treat white people bad, but at least treat your people good, because they will keep frequenting you and telling people about you.
And word of mouth.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's like a disconnect. I got something, so now, not all of them. I'm not gonna say all of them, but some of them, I got what I wanted. I got my business, or I'm gonna hire these immature teenagers to run it, and they're just gonna run it to the ground. I'm not gonna check up on them.
I think it's always gonna be hit or miss.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's another place. Unrestricted knows the folks down my way. I can't think of it. I think it's fish something.
Fish market?
No, it's not the fish market. It's in Waldorf. I can't think of it, but I went there before.
It's not the cigar place, is it?
But it's in that same parking lot. I think Shark something. Great.
Shark Bar.
Shark Bar was amazing, and they're black owned. I've been told. Now, mind you, the other place I went down the street's black owned. I'll never go back, but I will go back to Shark Bar. The food was excellent. You got exactly what you asked for. Service was excellent. The drinks were great. I mean, it was a great place.
I mean, we on a black-owned radio
I support
show.
shit all the
Station.
time as much as I can.
We on a black-owned radio station, and he does really well.
Mm-hmm.
So do you, not to say it like this, but do you see, what is it called, ethnicity in blacks?
Ethnicity?
Yes. So do you see, okay, this one is a black American, this one is a black, he's black, but he's from Haiti. Do you think about that too when you frequent black businesses, or you just only want to predominantly frequent black people who were born in America?
Well, so here's the thing. Here's the thing right here. Most migrants, right? They're going to open up businesses according to their culture. So when somebody from Haiti comes here, when they open up their business, it's going to be geared towards Haitian culture. The same as with African countries. The same as with, well, not so much as like, well, yeah, French, like black people from France. It's going to be geared towards a slash between the French and their heritage piece.
So what should I open?
We don't know yet. The Love Boat.
I'll get back to you.
Okay, because I could open damn nearly anything.
You know what I mean? So but you know, it's going to be biased. It's going to be biases. Like some shit. So I've been looking at these economic blueprints and shit, right? That people come up with, and some of the things that that is said in the arena, right? It's not really received by the masses, right? Like certain things people want to eradicate, certain things people want to attack to stop it, right? Mm-hmm. Racism is one of them, right? People want to stop racism.
That's not going to happen.
Racism is institutionalized. Biases, gender and racial biases are institutionalized at this point, right? So, and I'm just talking.
I'm on a black movie.
And I'm gonna speak.
Welcome to the Tyler Perry show.
And I'm gonna speak for me. I ain't trying to combat none of that shit. I'm not trying to combat racism. Feel how the fuck you want to feel. You don't like me? Cool. I don't give a fuck if you like me.
That's not what it's about, though.
What it's about?
It's not about how you feel others feel about you. It's how you're treated.
Exactly.
Every human should demand the same respect.
Exactly.
And that's why it still exists today.
Exactly.
It's not, well, I have grandchildren now. So I don't want my granddaughter to grow up going through the same bullshit I've had to go through. So if I don't speak on it, who's going to do it? I'm just supposed to let the shit happen for the rest forever?
Right.
I mean, you can definitely speak on it.
And then not to mention the fucking people racist against their own fucking race.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I mean, that's
it's
bigger
not
than
gonna
anything else.
Stop. Even if we somehow stop white people from being racist against every other culture, within it, our culture, we're gonna already have racism. You're gonna have people still trying to do the brown paper bag test. You're still gonna have.
What's that?
That's when they hold the brown paper bag up to your skin and seeing if you lighter or darker than it. And I can't remember what it was, but they would decide where you would work.
Okay.
Depending on if you were darker than a paper bag. So you're still going to have a mother who has 3 kids, and the light-skinned one might be the one she favors or dislike. So you can't even get it out of your household.
Right.
So it's going to really be impossible to get it out of the world. So all you can do is force people that you encounter to treat you better.
Or treat you with respect.
Exactly.
You don't have to fucking like me, but you will respect me.
You need to respect me.
And I think
agree.
that's where my issues come in at. I don't give a fuck who don't like me. Never have, never will.
And if we could somehow, which is hard, figure out how to, as a race, open up stuff and hire people that look like us, but demand the people who look like us to work like we expect.
True shit.
Until that happens, that's going to be really hard, because some black businesses would rather open up a business and hire a whole bunch of white people to run it than some of their own people. And not to say white people ain't shady like black people, but
but traditionally black people aren't the ones who put in the most work. Yeah. And that's just real. That's a fact as far as I'm concerned.
And I don't know if it's that mannerism of growing up being told that you are feeling like you're worthless. So if you grow up with the mentality of feeling that you're worthless or ain't much, then you're going to project that out.
Right.
Hold on. When you say traditionally, how far back are you going?
As far back as my life.
Okay.
I mean, that's what I've experienced.
You can't go back past.
Right. So you're going back to let's say the 80s.
Well, I can say this. I mean, I can say the 70s. I remember bias from my own family, white and black, because you got to remember we were the mixed family.
Oh, you said bias, not lazy.
Well, I mean, even traditionally how things work, the bias of everything up to this point in my life, it's always been based on gender or color. Everything.
Because you're in America.
And I know where I'm at, but I mean, that doesn't make it right.
But that has been here. That has been here since the beginning of this country.
And I didn't say it was going anywhere, but I mean, we have technology that's coming out in the 2020 that's still fucked up, that we're still going down the same path. So we got to talk about it. That's what we do. We talk about it.
Yeah.
So it will never change. So as much as you want racial bias to change, you're just going to shift it to something else.
Yeah.
Once there's no racial bias, then it'll become class bias, which is already there.
Yeah.
So before they came over here and stole all the black people from Africa and Haiti and all these other places, before they went and stole all the people and brought them here, those motherfuckers had some deep-seated issues, and they had the most biased shit going on over there in England. They had class bias. So if you wasn't born with a silver spoon in your mouth, you was nothing. So the way they treated us, the way they treated us like niggas, when they came over here, those were the niggas fleeing Europe to come here to treat us like niggas. Mm-hmm. So regardless if we get rid of racism, it's always going to be something there.
Always.
It's just going to be replaced with something else.
Yeah, but mentality of how we move forward into the future is going to determine where we go. You can't just have the perspective of, I don't give a fuck, it doesn't affect me. It affects everybody. And if we don't even treat each other right, how do we expect other people to treat us right? That's the fucking thing I don't get. We don't even treat each other fairly and correctly. Like, we don't treat each other with kindness and respect. So why the fuck would any other race ever do it? Why would anybody really doing some big shit want you the fuck around? If you don't even talk to them with respect and treat them with respect, what the fuck do they want you around for? I'll be by my motherfucking self. I will be okay. Because I'd rather be by myself enjoying my motherfucking life than fighting with people that look like me. How about that? And you know that area full of that bullshit.
True. So watch this. I'm gonna give you a big reason why it can't be eradicated. Well, I'm gonna give you two reasons. A, they control everything. They control everything. They can adversely affect a whole race's life. Period. That's one. And two, as a people, we can't even decide on one clear agenda.
Well, for one, I don't know who they is. You'd have to clarify that for me.
The top 1%.
And I also don't believe that no other person controls an individual's actions. Now, things that happen in the world may affect the things you have the ability to do. But no one fucking controls you being nice to your own race. Nobody controls you supporting your own race. Like Candy. Me and Candy and you, we all support our own race. Mm-hmm. If you're giving us something to support. Mm-hmm. But we're not going to come out and support you and you treat us like shit. Right. Or you give us bad service or fucked up food, or you don't give us what you're saying you're going to give us. No one is controlling that. That's an individual decision. It's an individual decision to treat people like shit, or to talk about people behind their back, or start fucking drama, or just not be about your word. All that shit is an individual decision.
Absolutely.
And using others. Let's talk about how much people fucking get used. Mm-hmm. That's an individual decision. Now it's up to us whether we do it or not.
I agree.
No fucking body, no 1% nowhere is controlling that shit. That's an individual decision of how you treat fucking other people.
Okay. So you talking?
So tell me how that is affecting us being kind to each other. I'm going to give you an
experiment.
Okay.
I'm going to give you an experiment they did. They put 6 monkeys in the cage, right? They put a ladder in the middle of the cage and hung bananas from the top of the cage. There was enough bananas for all the monkeys to get one. So when the monkeys climbed the ladder, all of them got one. They went up, they got one, came back down, went up, got one. So then what they started doing was this right here. When the monkeys get on the ladder, they douse their ass with a water hose of cold water. Every time they try to go get a banana, they get doused. They get doused. They get doused. Till finally, they didn't even try to go get the banana, right? They took 2 of the monkeys out and put 2 brand new monkeys in. The brand new monkeys, when they hung the bananas, they went for the ladder, and guess what happened? The other monkeys beat their ass, would not let them go up the ladder, right? Then they swapped out 2 more monkeys, 2 more of the original monkeys. They kept swapping them out until not one monkey in the cage ever got doused with water, but every time they put some bananas in the top of that motherfucking cage and the new one went for that ladder, they stopped his ass from going up there. They have no clue on why they stopped him from going up there. The only thing they know is, since they've been there, if you try to get on that ladder, you got fucked up.
So what's your point?
Are you
My
calling black
point-
people monkeys?
No, I'm
No, I
not.
ain't
I'm
no
not
monkey.
calling people monkey. I'm saying that when you're talking
saying
about
behavior that's learned?
when you're talking about control of people, right? There's two types of there's two situations. You got macro and you got macro and micro, right? You can control the masses on a macro level through propaganda and indoctrination. Individually, you definitely have a choice. You definitely have a choice individually. But when it comes to a whole, you don't have no choice as a whole.
I don't think we're talking on the same levels. I mean, I understand what you're saying. Is it? I think you're spinning it back to opportunity.
I'm not
but-
spinning it back to opportunity. I'm spinning it.
But you got to give me
I'm
something
saying-
more about the.
I'm
I
saying
see what you're
exactly.
saying with the monkeys learn behavior, and the monkeys. To me, it's like the old monkeys were protecting the new monkeys from getting sprayed. That's what it sounded like to me.
However you want to look at it.
Well, I mean, again,
The
it's
end
all
of the day-
perspective.
At the end of the day, a shitload of guns in their community, and let's see what they do with them. Are they going to shoot each other? Yes. Are people, are low income people, right, going to have more babies? Yes. Why? Everybody want to feel good. Everybody wants to feel good, and if that's what make you feel good, drug use. People want to feel good. People want to forget their circumstances. So it's going to be, did that make any kind of sense?
Yes, but that's not limited to black people. Black people does not have the monopoly on being poor.
I'm not saying they do, but I only can speak for black people. And I only can speak for what I see.
Well, one thing I never understood.
I'm not in Arkansas. I'm not in Little Rock, Arkansas.
True.
Where a bunch of the white projects are.
I understand. You only speaking on what you can see, but you can't say that other people are not experiencing the same things.
I never said they didn't.
Or that we experience it more or harder.
I never said they didn't.
You might not, but sometimes you do imply that black people are more bad off.
Hold on. If you think or you don't think that there has been systematic shit going on in the black community, right, to create obstacles, you really believe that?
I
You
didn't
really
say
believe
it
that we have the
That's
same
not what
opportunities?
I said. What I'm saying is black people do not have the monopoly on being down and having it hard. We don't. There's more white people on welfare than there are black people.
It's only because it's more of them. It's more of them.
Exactly. But what I'm saying is if we are being oppressed, best believe other cultures and some white people are being oppressed, because the 1%ers that you're saying want to keep their 1%. They don't want to share.
And they keeping it.
Yes. Just because the 1%ers might be all white for now, but don't believe that they not oppressing white, black, Hispanics, Asian, every other race that they can.
And then a lot of that comes from being born into wealth. It's not necessarily that they worked for that wealth. A lot of people are born into wealth. Just like people are born into poverty, they're born into wealth.
Exactly.
But you still have options. I mean, I just always look at it that way.
Yeah.
I mean, I could still be living in Landover if that's what I chose to do. You know what I'm saying? I had options.
I'm not saying this.
I didn't have to finish school. I didn't have to go to college. I had to do none of that shit. Again, it was my option, but and then quite frankly, I wish that I got some of the opportunity. I don't get the fucking opportunities that people that live in poverty get. How about that? Mm-hmm. I don't get shit for free. I don't get free medical service. I don't get free shit. Mm-hmm. I can't even fucking write off my kids' college tuition. So I have to side with I don't get the shit that I think welfare reform should have been done many motherfucking moons ago. You want me to give you something? I'll give you some birth control. That's what I'd fucking give you. Because I'm the one spending the tax dollars to support people popping out baby after baby after baby. That ain't a life I chose for me. So who's oppressing me? I'm being fucking oppressed because I have to pay for bad decisions that other people do.
That's them white folks. That's them poor white folks. It's more of them.
You know what? This is in your head. Moving on. My perspective, hey, that's why it's mine.
Candy?
Yeah, I'm done.
You got some questions?
Sure.
You done?
Huh?
You done?
The topic.
It was exhausting,
You answered Candy's questions. All that we ask is that your answer is honest and real. And if you have a question you want Candy to ask live, email it to candy@adultconversation.com.
All right, here's the question. Is there something you've done in the past, Sunshine, and you wish you could go back in time and undo?
Go back in time and undo. Yeah, probably get married. Yeah.
True.
That first J.
Candy.
Getting married. The first time. All right. Sunshine, if you could be an animal for one day, what would it be?
I'd want to be a lioness.
Sounds about
Yeah, I
right.
like the jungle.
Drew?
A bird.
Then I'd bite Drew. I'd eat him. Yeah.
wouldn't be able to catch me. I'd be
Yes,
way
I
up
would.
there.
Oh, yes, I would.
You?
Yeah, a cheetah.
You know they get 8. They get caught and 8.
And they get 8.
I'ma
And I
protect
can
you.
get eaten.
How you gonna get eaten and I'm gonna eat him? That shit don't even make no
I'm
sense.
a cheetah and I'm getting eaten. Sounds like my type
That's
of
funny.
animal.
Oh shit.
All right, just Sunshine, how would you describe your ideal partner?
I was about to say deceased. My ideal partner. A fantasy? Yeah, fantasy.
Drew.
My ideal partner? Shit. I don't know. I don't know how I would describe him.
Okay.
You?
Tall, dark, handsome.
Oh, okay.
All right, Drew.
It's not your husband?
That's him.
Oh.
Drew,
Yeah.
you need to spend $500 in 8 hours. What would you do?
$500 in 8 hours? Shit, I don't know. Go to Macy's.
Sunshine.
500 I could pay my car note. Yeah.
I put money on a cruise.
That's a good one.
All right, Sunshine. What current trend you don't like and why?
Current trend. I'm so not current. I don't even know if it's really a trend, but like people tagging me and shit, like I hate that shit. Is that a trend?
I don't know.
Yeah,
But
I don't like that shit. Okay.
True.
What trend I don't like? Pants hanging off your ass.
That's been there
That's
for
been
the
there
last
for a
30
couple
years.
centuries.
That's been there since the 80s. That ain't going nowhere.
Shit wasn't like that in the 80s.
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
Candy.
When people say I said what I said, that shit gets on my nerves. Bitch, we know you said it.
I said what I said.
That's going around on Facebook a lot.
Oh, okay.
All right, last question, Drew. Would you be useful in a zombie apocalypse?
What?
Would you be useful in a zombie apocalypse?
Hell yeah.
And what can you bring to the table?
Click clacking. Click motherfucking clacking. I'm shooting.
Sunshine.
Am I the zombie or am I fighting the zombies?
You fighting the zombies.
Oh yes, I would be very useful in a zombie apocalypse.
What would you do?
I have my taser that I keep in the car, my mace, and Rocky. Yeah, I'd be busting motherfuckers' heads. And I like to fight too. Shit.
I would teach everybody how to play dead.
But wouldn't the zombies know you wasn't a zombie?
They gonna know I'm dead. They gonna think I'm dead.
They ain't gonna think you dead. They gonna smell you. They gonna smell you.
They just
smell
smell
my
your
dead.
blood
I'm dead.
running.
I'm dead, bitch.
Yeah.
I'm dead.
Oh my gosh, a zombie fucking apocalypse.
All right, that's all my questions.
All right. So where we at?
It's my turn.
Oh
Make it
shit!
quick.
It's that time of the night, y'all. Sunshine certification.
It's
You know
your
it's not
favorite
my
part
favorite.
of
I
the
gotta
night,
hit this motherfucker
listeners.
there.
Sunshine's certification.
I'm just trying to speed shit along.
Listen as Sunshine certifies businesses and events. Also, if you want your business or event certified, email sunshine@adultconversation.com.
So, as I mentioned earlier, I'm going to be certifying the event that I was at Friday with DC Life Magazine. They did the Mixer, Women in Business. It was down at Studio 52 in Ivy City. That's a nice spot as well. I really enjoyed the setup. Did you like the setup, Drew?
I did.
Yeah, I thought it was a nice setup. It was a nice spot. Parking wasn't bad at all, even though I did get a ticket, which is pretty funny because I have stickers on my tag. So they wrote the ticket to the wrong tag, which the ticket is to Sunshine, not me, because my tags don't say Sunshine. So, whoops. Sorry for
What they
that.
write? What's your tag? Oh, no, I don't know.
Yeah,
what
I'll
it
tell
said.
you. I'll tell you off
But they
air.
wrote Sunshine on the ticket?
Yeah, and the U and the N is just a sticker. So they wrote the ticket to the wrong car. Shit was free. I ain't paying that shit. It wasn't me. It wasn't
So
me.
they don't
though.
put your VIN number on it?
Nah, they just put the tag number, but they fucked up pretty
So
bad.
somebody else about to get a ticket.
I know, right? So I want to, of course, thank you to Just Drew for coming out. My sister came out, Flip, and Swan came out and supported the event and supported me as well. I really appreciate that. And then shout out to D'Amico for putting me in touch with DMV Life magazine. So the owner was fantastic. He gave some great speeches. He definitely brought some very influential, powerful entrepreneurs together in one space. I definitely want to be a part of the event moving forward. And actually, the next event will be March 6th. It's going to be at the same time, 6:30 to 9:30 p.m. And that's also going to be at Studio 52. So please check out their online magazine. It is a good magazine. I can't read that much while I'm driving. Unfortunately, I try to get other stuff done. But the magazine has some really great articles. They cover fashion, entertainment. They have a lot going on with local DJs. There was someone I knew at the event who called me over and was like, the DJs want to meet you. So like I met a DJ from Chicago. I met a bunch of DJs. It was pretty cool. So it's definitely something you want to check out. You can find them. The online magazine, I wish I would wear my glasses. Oh, here we go. It's dclifemagazine.com. Check it out. Go read some of the articles. Subscribe, send a link. They're actually always looking for writers and things too. So they got some good moves coming up. So that's definitely something you all should check out. And we're back to supporting black businesses in the DMV. Same thing. I was definitely happy to be a part of it, and I appreciate them allowing Adult Conversation to be a part of it. When he gave me the mic, right, he say, my kids in here. I said, it's okay. I'm not going to say nothing. I know I'm not supposed to stay. And then I'm asking Drew, I'm like, did I forget anything? And Drew like, nah, you ain't forget nothing. But yeah, it was a nice event though. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the next one.
And I'll be in Charlotte that weekend.
You always somewhere.
I know.
I should go to Charlotte.
Yeah, I think it's Charlotte. We're going.
You going to CIAA?
Kickball.
Yeah, kickball.
That's what's up.
Hey,
kickball.
We got some shit coming up.
Yes, February 14th through the 16th. That's this weekend. We have the KKSE weekend ski getaway with Busta Rhymes, Drew Hill, and Jagged Edge, and a whole bunch of other winter sports and stuff going on for KKSE.
All right,
Drew.
Oh, me. All right, February 29th, y'all. The Rip Radio Network 10-year anniversary party at the Motor House in B-Mall. Hey, that's the awards joint too, right? Yes, sir. Oh yeah, we gonna be getting awards. Go check it out. Vote. We got them in the box. Next.
That's facetious.
March 21st, we will be having the KKSE News Sip and Paint. Visit kkse.club for more information.
All right.
Oh yeah, you got the March 20 what?
First.
Okay.
Play Night Social, y'all. We back at the fuck at it. You hear me? Motherfucking March the 28th. Play Night Social. Swing your happy ass on in the spring. You hear me? Listen, hit us up for some information. PlayNightSocial.net. Grab your ticket. Because once they gone, they gone.
We had some people have been purchasing tickets too.
Oh yeah. Tickets been flying.
And somebody coming from some folks coming up from Miami.
Yeah, that's right. The wait is over.
Yeah.
They know.
All right, and just added this because I'm tired of people asking me. I will be on the April Bliss cruise. Drew not coming with me. He abandoned me, SC, as usual. And then, but in June, where we gonna be in June?
Oh, in June we are gonna be in Miami for the Black Hollywood in Miami with King's Castle. His Sunshine, myself up for some more information on that. And listen, I'm telling you, that shit gonna be lit. Yacht parties, roof parties.
Yeah, it was fun last year.
Fat butt bitches. You know what I mean? So anytime you say fat butt, you gotta say fat butt bitches. I ain't trying to disrespect you or nothing, but goddamn.
Yeah, I had a ball. That's some good shit right there.
Yeah, I had some fun last year.
Support black business. All right, next.
Is it?
That's
Haven't
it.
they find us, Candy?
Before that, I do want to give a shout out to my little sister. She got married today. Congratulations, Elizabeth.
Congrats.
And Deshay. I think that's how you pronounce his name. I don't know. But congratulations, Liz. If you want to reach us, Adult Conversation on Instagram, Twitter, A Conversation, Facebook, Adult Conversation, YouTube, Adult Conversation. And our website is adultconversation.com. And you can reach me, Candy, on any social media platform by typing in KANDYELL, Sunshine.
Okay.
Okay, Drew, listen, y'all, it's easy. Y'all can find me on Facebook, Andrew Wilson, The Good Government. You can also find me on Instagram and Twitter at JustDrewDC. If that don't work, fuck it. Drop me an email at justdrew@adultconversation.com.
You can find me here every Tuesday on Rip Radio Network with Candy and Just Drew. And you can also find me on IG. Let's go with IG, Sunshine Aces. Because people still sending requests to the Sunshine page. I'm sorry, you're going to be sitting in there forever. So that would be it. Oh, and I got a Valentine coming. Shout out to my friend Terry, who's sending me some chocolate strawberries she dipped last night. And I would share with y'all, but I won't see y'all until after Valentine's Day, right? When is Valentine's Day?
I'll be going on my ski trip.
Okay, so I get to eat them all by myself. Thank you. Yeah. Sorry, Drew, you might get one if I
And
see
for the
you.
record, I'm Native American.
Oh, this ninja
You
here.
probably are.
No, for real.
You probably are.
All right, that's it.
That's it?
That's it.
All right.
Goodbye.
Good night. Bye, guys. Thanks for checking us.